Okay, third time's the charm, hopefully. Let me turn this off. Turn my iPad off. So, anyway, I just wanted to reach out. I've been thinking about making this post, and yes, this is Blue Couch with Storm. Hi, I'm Storm. And today is July the 18th, I think. No, Lord, it's the 20. It's July 21st. That's what day it is. And I've just been having a lot of thoughts since a lot of the world events have been taking place. If you go to my Instagram at Nsidefirst, the letter N, Sidefirst, then you can basically scroll back through my timeline, and it's a series called This, This, and This. So you'll see a polka dotted little thing, backdrop that says this, this, this. And if you look through them, you'll be able to spot them pretty easily. Or you can go to my Facebook page. It's Storm Jackson Fitness Intuitive. And if you look on my Instagram or my Facebook page, it shows the two things that I love outside of my man and my grown kids and grandkids. So outside of that, I really enjoy working out, health and wellness, running, and spirituality. And so basically, I went on a spiritual journey, and I'll let my bae come on, my life partner, come on one of these days, and we'll sit on the blue couch and talk about it, because I think it's important to have his view and my view, and just to give people insight into what the spiritual journey is. And that's what's concerning me. It's like, if you feel like, or seems like, you got to do things this, and this way, and then that'll be right. You put this before this, and then life comes out right. Excuse me, my eyes are getting dry. And it's like, so many things to me are happening to keep people from themselves. And what I mean by that is, like, you have the perfect opportunity now to be with yourself, and it's like things are just grabbing, trying to get your attention. Like, go run over here, go run over here, no, go run over here. And it's like, wait, hold it. Did you tell you to do that, or someone else told you to do that? Did you see it on social media? Did someone call you and tell you, or anything like that? And it's like, it's really important for you to know your own voice, your own frequency. Like, you need to know when to go left, or when to go right, or when to sit. And the opportunity came when we were all forced to be at home. And it's like, that was the perfect time for you to, like, go into your secret place, your closet, or whatever, or just start studying and reading about whatever it is that's drawing you spiritually. And by spiritually, I mean you are your spirit, you are your everything. And wherever you are on your journey, if you need to externalize it, where you are calling upon the name of some God or religion or habit or whatever, wherever you are, the message is still the same. It's about you. So at that point, you are calling you for more. Like, it's like that, hey, wake up. And so if you're getting that message, like, there's something more going on, there's something else going on, it just seems like something's going on under the eyes of everyone. I posted that video on Nsidefirst, where they have the people throwing the ball, and then the gorilla comes through and goes like that, and then goes. And so they told people to count the number of times that the ball was passed. And while they were counting, the gorilla ran through, they didn't see it and whatever. And when they played it back from them slow motion, they couldn't believe that they had missed the gorilla, because the gorilla came in, did like that, and then went out. And they were so busy counting how many times the ball was thrown, they missed the gorilla. So, is something going on that's distracting you from yourself? So you are missing yourself. And that's really the whole entirety, of the message. Are you missing yourself? And I've been studying at least for the past 3 years, and going on my own private spiritual journey. And 2 years into my private spiritual journey, I met my life partner, and then that kicked me off on a whole nother journey. Because it's like you can work on yourself as much as you like. It's not until you get with another person that can truly see you. And when that person can truly see you, then then the real journey begins. It's like, because you see and experience yourself one way, and then your life partner comes, even if it's just the life partner for the moment or whatever. I mean, this is my life partner for life, so wherever you are in your journey, it's just like you meet with an individual or individuals or circumstance that really allows you no room to hide. And basically that's what was happening with me. It felt like I had this armor up, and there was no way that anyone could get through, like zero, no way. And I had this way of moving in the world to make sure that stayed in place. And somehow my life partner is always, he was always right. What you doing, huh? What you doing? I'm like, get away from me. Stop. He's like, I'm not doing anything but being myself. And it was his love and care that just kept sparking off that part in me that was like, hey, we're ready. You've been hiding and protecting yourself and moving in the world in the way that you think that is right for you, and it was. However, now it's time to give that up. And giving up that security that I had in who I had created myself to be for protection was like extremely hard. And now, a year into that 9-month transformation, where I'll talk about it at a different time because it was really crucial. It was like being in the middle of a nightmare every day for 9 months. And still going to work and still interacting and still all that. However, in my spirit and everything, I was just in the midst of a nightmare, and it was just like reliving all the pain and trauma of my life. And it was just terrible. And that's the thing. It's like, why, it's like people need to know about going on this journey. And I was thinking about it today, and I was like, the closest thing I can get to it is try to put yourself in the position of the caterpillar. The caterpillar's just going along, minding its business, eating. I don't even know if the caterpillar knows why it's eating, but it's eating. And then one day, its DNA gives it a signal and says, hey, reach down to your butt and start pulling silk from your butt and wrap yourself in the dark in this cocoon. And so it wraps it into the cocoon and everything. And I think it goes into the cilius. It hardens or something. And inside of there, the caterpillar liquefies itself. So now, think about you liquefying yourself while you're alive. Or do you push a button and then you liquefy yourself and then you go into like a non-painful trance. We don't know. All we know is that the caterpillar that was once in the light and was eating is now in the dark and has liquefied itself. And then after an amount of time, it transforms into a butterfly, metamorphosis, and then it starts beating its wings against the same cocoon it had put around it until it opens and opens and opens until it's free. So I want us to stick with what's happening inside that cocoon and the pain that possibly could be happening, or the fear that possibly could be happening. So it's like, if you go now and just for experiment's sake, take somebody with you, don't go by yourself, and go to a small room and put yourself in that closet and just stay in there. Okay? So it has to be some kind of fear, anxiety, panic, something setting in. And then even if it's not, if you think of yourself as a butterfly, like you're in meditation, think of yourself as a butterfly and think of just whatever liquefies you. You cease to exist. No more feet, no more toes, no more feet, no more legs, no more knees, no more thighs, no more hips, no more torso, no more arms, no more neck, no more head. You cease to exist in the manner that you know it. And then something that is coded in you, in that liquefied goo, comes together and says, hey, start making a butterfly. So if you could think of your spiritual journey as that, instead of the airy fairies and different things like that, or whatever, it's hard to heal. It's painful to heal. It's worth it. If someone had told me the 9 months that I went through, and even though I had my life partner with me, which was the most beautiful thing, at the same time he was the most beautiful thing to me, he was the most painful thing to me, because he kept me facing myself. And I could not stand to face myself because that self was in such abject pain. And I really felt like it was my time to change. And along the 9-month journey, when it was getting too much for me and too overwhelming, I would get messages from my spirit that would basically like, just keep going, and I really felt like I couldn't keep going. And that's the whole thing. It's like, you getting healed, it's a process, and it's a series of taking steps forward, back, side, round, stop, rest, quit, get up, get down, whatever. It's, and some people do have an experience where they just overnight they've changed, and that's fine too. The key thing is that to be on your journey now. I'm just asking all of you all who have been feeling like your journey or something's going on, you're asking questions, just go pick up that book, even if it doesn't make any sense, or go sit and play music, or go sit in the park, or go walk with your dog, or walk with your baby, or go visit someone or someplace or whatever, of course within the safety and regulations of the state that you're in. Just whatever your spirit is telling you to do to get time with yourself. And from getting time with yourself, then see what messages are coming up. And you can reach me on Instagram. The best thing to do is to go to my Instagram. Is the letter N, SIDE, first, FIRST. And if you look down in the comments below, the little blurb I'm going to put down there, I'll put my Instagram there, because it has my phone number on there. It has all my information that you can contact me. And so if you're having these kind of situations, we'll set up something for you that's affordable. so you can transition and work on yourself. If you know where you want to start, then that's good. If you don't, we can talk about it. I have my bachelor's in psychology, specialization as a life coach, and I'm also USI Reiki master, and so all those things are there if you need those pieces of paper. If you don't and you're just connecting with me, then I just want to help you with your journey. It's just time. What I'm saying? It's time. I listen to different people on YouTube, and it's like, oh well, this is going on. They're trying to do this to us, and they're doing. Okay, they may be. All I can prove is this right here. I can walk in front of the mirror and look in the mirror, and I can prove at this moment in this timeline that I'm in. Forget about this timeline, that timeline. I can't prove none of that stuff. I can just prove this right now, right here. And right now, right here, with what I have and what I understand is this. And I'm going to work on this until you know your own voice. So you no longer need someone to interpret what's going on with you, or to tell you to go left or right, or to tell you what to believe in, or what to get excited about, or what to get happy about, or what to get sad about. You're no longer drawn in that pool of people that are going out, and it's just like someone's just directing and saying, go over there, and everybody runs over there and blows up social media. And then they go, no, you got to do this, run over here. Blows up social media. And I'm like, why? Stop for a minute and ask yourself, why are you running hither and thither? Who is so many things that we can get together on and change. Why are we following just any and everywhere? And it's like, hang on, let me take a minute to myself. So you got a minute to yourself. Some people's jobs aren't starting. Some people's jobs have ended. Different things like that. You have some time to yourself. Instead of jumping on Zoom to have these meetings with people and keep on trying to be in contact with people and stuff like that, or any app that you're using to try to be in contact with people, start setting aside some time to yourself to just understand yourself and talk about yourself. Like what I do is I have the recorder on my phone, and when I'm driving or whatever, and sometimes when I'm walking, I'll just talk to myself. I just talk things out, and you got to get an understanding of where you're coming from and what you need from yourself, what you need to heal, what you need to understand. And a lot of times you can just heal on the surface because it's easier. What I'm saying? It doesn't hurt as bad and for me, it's like, just take an onion and how many layers you have to keep pulling apart and pulling apart and pulling apart. Like, be that intent with yourself to keep pulling apart those layers, to keep pulling at that one thread on that sweater, and just keep pulling till the whole thing unravels, because it's just time for you to see who you are and what you're supposed to be doing and what's your next step. Not the other almost 8 billion people on the planet. 8 billion people on the planet. You, just you. What are you thinking? And whatever you're thinking is for you. Your spirituality is for you. All that's for you. It's great to have people follow along, enjoy the same things that you enjoy and different things like that. That's all well and good. However, where it becomes challenging is when you have a different message from someone else, and instead of listening to yourself, you question it, and then you continue to follow along with someone else. And I'm just thinking that for me, I did a lot of work on myself to prep me for this moment that we're in. And I didn't realize it. However, looking back, I'm just like, wow, I'm just really glad that I got that immersion, with my healing. And then the time that I had to get educated about my healing and understanding myself more and more. And then different gifts started showing up. I do the tarot cards, I do the Reiki with and without touch, distance Reiki. I use the pendulum. I for people who don't even need all that, it's like, hey, the moment you give me spiritual permission to tap in with you, then we just sit out here and we just flesh everything out. And like I've said before, anything that I talk to you about is confirmation. It's never new information. If anyone comes to you giving you new information, then just politely excuse yourself from that person and block their number and get away from them, because they're about to run a game on you or whatever. And it's like, you need nothing. Your true self tells you about yourself. It tells you who to talk to. It tells you what to do. It tells you everything, and it's talking to you all the time. It's just that we've gotten desensitized to our own voice, our own spirit, our own intuition, and just blocked it out. Oh, excuse me. I did 2 workouts today, so. However, I want to get these messages out, and I know I'm kind of not saying things the way that I've been thinking of them for months, and that's okay, because now that I started, we'll call this the Mirror Series. We'll call this the Mirror Series. So now that I started the Mirror Series from the studios of Blue Couch with Storm, I just, as you all can DM me questions or different things you want me to talk about. And here's the thing. I would like to just stick with what's happening with you. So if you want to talk to me about a dream, if you want to talk to me about situations that are happening, that you're seeing patterns and synchronicities and different things like that happen, that's what I want to talk about. I'm not available to talk about what's happening in the world, due to everyone is experiencing what's happening in the world according to what they know about themselves. So it's like you're projecting. So your projection is way different from mine, and mine is way different from yours. And so that's just another opportunity to get off track with yourself. So let's stay on track with ourselves. Contact me and let's talk it through. If you don't feel like talking in public, you can give me a subject, say, hey, Storm, can you answer these questions? And I'll get it into the YouTube video and stuff like that. Or you can call me and we can just do a session over the phone, or we can do a Zoom session or whatever, Facebook IM session, a video chat, and then we can just talk about whatever's coming up in your spirit, and then which way you should go to study about yourself. And for me, right now, I'm nursing an injury on my knee, so I'm doing a whole lot of walking. And so during that time when I'm walking, I either talk to my sister, or like I say, I do my recording, and I just really start digging deep within myself so that I can hear my own voice and know which direction I need to go in, for myself. So, yeah, and I got the kind of weird tingly feelings and stuff like that, and I just been like, you know what, this message is going out because it's time. I'm excited to work with you all and meet you all. I have special sacred mail cards in case you're male and it's kind of hard for you to say what you want. I got the tarot cards that are male specific, the sacred masculine. I have the Aboriginal cards that I use that are pretty straightforward, and basically it just helps you see spiritually where you need to work at, or what's your instant situation that we need to work on. A lot of people come to me and they actually are saying, oh, my arm is broken. I'm looking down at their foot and it's halfway dangling off. It's like, okay, I'm not sure we need to be working on your arm, your foot's almost off, that's just putting it in the physical realm. However, that's how I see it. Spiritually, it's just like I see that what they're asking for is another way of masking themselves. It's like, oh, well, I'll go ask, I'll it's like pretending to go get help. And you're trying to satisfy your true self and be like, oh yeah, I went to go help. It's like, so when you come to me and we start talking, we do the mirror work. It gets straight at it. You're gonna, just like I was saying with my life partner, how he was like right here, all the time, right here, and it just felt so uncomfortable. Like, I can't have someone in this space. He's like, why are you trying to hide from me? It's like, I'm not trying to hide from you. I am trying to hide from you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you have to face yourself and dig all that stuff up, it's just tough. I mean, you may even have to, I don't know, just whatever comes up, you may need some additional help, depending on how traumatic your stuff is that's gonna, that's gonna come up. And we have resources. There's a texting hotline that you can call and text. Us for free, and you can text them and talk to them. They have well-trained people in trauma to talk to you. I'll give you that information. There's also I have people in the spiritual community that I have access to, like say that I'm a female, you don't feel comfortable talking to a female. I have male spiritual people that I could pass you off to talk to them. I have other spiritual people that are surrounded by, if you're not connecting with me, you can just go to Instagram and see who I follow, and you're like, oh, I need to connect to this person, and I'll make the introduction or whatever. Because the most important thing is, it's time for you to seek yourself, and seek yourself as aggressively as you would seek any other thing, like you're seeking your life, like you're in the desert with no water, and you got to find this water, and you kind of can smell it, and you're following yourself through the desert or whatever, and you got to get there or you're not going to survive, that kind of thing. And it's like, it's just that important. And it's not important what the world is doing or everyone else is doing or different things like that. And no matter if you want to call it the Matrix or this or that or whatever, you can call it whatever you want to. I'm just like sitting here saying, if something was always chasing you, at what point are you going to stop, turn around, be like, why are you chasing me? Do I owe you money? Do you know me? What do you want? Because I want you to stop chasing me, And it's like just being on this constant, like, we got to outrun this. First of all, whoever made me, if they don't have the time, the common sense, or anything else to tell me that something big is happening, this is happening, and I got to figure out a puzzle, guess what? I'm not. I got too much to do than to figure out some spiritual high person that I don't even know, can't even see some puzzle. So I'm not doing it. So I'm not going to be running here and there and trying to figure it out. I'm not worried about what happens in the first, second, fifth, eighth, ninth, 20th dimension. I'm not worried about that stuff. What I'm worried about is myself, right here, right now, what I can see and what I can do something about. And I know I can do something about the trauma and the different things that have happened in my life that caused me to not be able to see myself clearly. And so at the point that I heal myself where I can see myself clearly, and then stuff is always going to come up. You got different levels of healing, because it has to be like where you get involved in different situations and they prick something inside of you, and it's like, oh, instead of focusing on, oh, that person just made me upset or got upset, there you go, that mirror. Back in the old days, it's just like the minister used to say, nobody can bring out of you what's not in you. It's like, they made me do it, they pissed me off, she did this, she did that. No, that stuff was in you already, unresolved hurt and pain, and you're just manifesting and putting it on someone else and blaming it on someone else when it's all about you. It's just 100% about you. You need to work on yourself so that when you walk and see the world, you see the world through a healed eyes. You hear, smell, speak, everything through healed self. And at that point, then you know where to go, left or right. And not someone tapping you on this shoulder and you look over here and they're smacking you in the head from the other side. That's what's happening. It's like tap, tap, you look, smack. then tap tap, you look smack. It's going on. It just keeps on going on. It's like, this is ridiculous. Just work on yourself. Just like, it's like people can't even stay in their own house where you're told to stay in your house, where some of you all are even getting paid to stay in your house, and then unemployment to stay in your house, and your student loans are deferred, and your mortgage is deferred, your car payments deferred, your other bills are deferred. You have to be at home, and you don't even want to be with yourself. You're on social media, you're calling someone, talking to someone, whatever. And I'm not saying you have to stop your whole life and be fanatical. I'm just saying, take some time that your phone is off, that everything is off, and you can sit by yourself. Even if you like to sing or draw or color or walk outside or work in the garden or work out or swim or do whatever. It's a million things that you could do to be in meditation with yourself. And then watch the voice that starts coming to you. And let me just help you out. For me, like, just put it out there. Nothing can come talk to me or speak to me that didn't create me. So no, none of this. See, everything. Think about it. Why is stuff trying to scare you? Sorry, my allergies. Why is stuff trying to scare you? Why? At some point you're gonna fight whatever is just trying to keep running up on you and trying to scare you. So turn around and fight. Turn around and face it. Turn around and do whatever you need to do. Why are you following me? Why are you chasing me? Why are you scaring me? Even if it's what some people call the devil. What, the devil can't talk? If you talk to the devil, yeah, okay, I'm scared, this and that. You feel these feelings at the same time. It's just like you have protection around you. And if you can't see your protection or whatever, call me, DM me, whatever. We will go into a meditation so you will see that you're protected. Because you have to give your power over to these other entities and stuff like that. They can hover around. However, something hovering around doesn't mean it can get on you. And if you're just asking yourself a question and trying to find out what's going on, they can't come and grab you and take you and steal your soul, because if it was that easy, they would have already done it. And that's the whole thing. We keep on running around from the boogeyman. It's like, if the boogeyman could do anything more than just chase us around, it would have taken you by now. So turn and face your boogeyman, which is just yourself. It's just your energy of yourself, because that old self that you're going to be sloughing off, that old self that you're going to be healing, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all, And so there's also a ritual that my teacher taught me, you see whatever it is and you speak to it. It's like, hey, thank you. You served your purpose. However, I'm